Hello, my all stars, my all signs. A very, very welcome to yet another special reading for you. I am actually currently enjoying this awesome French muffin which I just baked, and it's 12:09. It's midnight. We're doing this midnight for you because energies are high. I'm feeling amazing. It's an amazing day, and I want to get out some amazing messages for you. And you know what we're doing today? We're doing like late night thoughts. What are you thinking about? Where is your energy at? And should you take it with you next day morning? So, yeah, I'm Shivalika and I welcome you to the channel, space, and my home. Super excited to do this and being as real as possible. Anybody, everybody, whoever is watching this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm super ready, super charged. Let's go. We're starting with Aries. Hello, Aries. Welcome. This is your late night thoughts. All right. What's going on? What's the energy? And what energy we're supposed to take next day morning? Super pumped. Yummy French muffin in my mouth still. P.S. I love baking. Well, let's see. Aries, late night thoughts. And here's how we're going to do it. Late night thoughts, Aries self. Okay. Wow, I love this. You're thinking about yourself, aren't you? Look at that. Fabulous. Page of Cups and the Emperor. What a way to start the reading, Aries. Thank you so much. I mean, it's 12 o'clock, midnight, 12:11 to be precise, but boom, you just filled the room with so much energy. Page of Cups and the Emperor. Emperor is your power card. This is Aries card. You are thinking about yourself. And not only that, you're actually thinking about all those things that are going to be very, very useful for you. These late night thoughts are amazing. New things, fresh things. You're very, very motivated. I'm also picking up there is a place, there is a position, there is a person, there is something that you desire, all right? It's very significant to you. It means a lot to you. And it's a match. It's a perfect match. Man, that is some amazing. Your late night thoughts are the best. They are the best. Keep them. When you sleep like this and when you wake up next day in the morning, wow. Wow, 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 Aries, beautiful. That freshness, that that desire, that awesomeness that you're carrying with you in your sleep. You guys may be drinking something before going to bed, which is amazing. You're hydrating yourself. Next day morning, you're waking up, you're feeling fresh. Keep that. Keep that. Beautiful. Love that. Okay. Late night thoughts. If you have a person on your mind, Aries, your side. Okay. Okay. Their side. Okay, I am sensing a disconnect. Here. Who's more heartbroken? Possibly you, Aries. They seem to look there is love. Whatever this connection is, whatever the exchange, whether you guys are talking, I'm actually sensing there is no contact, there is no talking. But I do want to say that there is love. But right now, you're the one who's feeling the hurt, and you're keeping yourself busy by putting yourself in work. It's almost like when you go to sleep, you're like, how do I keep my next day, the day schedule so busy that I don't have to think about A, B, C. Their late night thoughts is, I do believe they're thinking about you, but they are keeping a distance. Something has happened. But for you and whoever this other energy is, there needs to be somebody has to take the initiative. Somebody. At the moment, none of you are. You're trying to keep this is your reading, Aries, so I'm going to tell you, you're trying to keep yourself busy and you're keeping yourself productive. The good part is Eight of Pentacles is mastery. So you're using yourself very productively throughout the day, but just putting it out there, if you do things from a place of being heartbroken, they may not finish the way you would like it to finish. So when you're in the work, make sure you're actually thoroughly enjoying your work. So yeah, There is love. There is love. But there is also distance at this point of time. Should I say a possible outcome for this? For you, Aries? A possible outcome? Let's see. Oh, we've got the High Priestess. High Priestess is clear in the... Oh man, underneath you've got the Two of Swords. They are both identical. Maybe I'm not supposed to tell you. I also want to say deep down in your heart, the way you feel about this other energy is the actual truth, and you know it. You don't need anybody else's extra information. You know it. You already know the truth. Maybe that's the reason why both of you are keeping quiet. It could be good. It could be great. It could be amazing. It could be not so good. But somebody needs to break here in order for this to move forward. At the moment, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Late night thoughts are very quiet. But the good part is you're working on yourself. All right. Let's see what are your late night thoughts when it comes to work and career, Aries. Work and career. You're doing very well, I have to say that. Look at that. Oh my God. Just go ahead and claim this right now and go and sleep with this energy whenever you see this, or come back and watch this energy. King of Pentacles. I'm so excited. I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. King of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, your head is in your work. Your head is in expansion. Your head is in growth. You're sleeping with money, waking up with money. Beautiful. Beautiful. You exactly, you're being... This is knowing your worth. This is knowing where you fit in. This is knowing your... look at these energies when you talk about work and career. Look at that. You exactly know what you bring to the table. It's almost like before going to sleep, you're telling yourself that, I know myself. I know I'm super good at this job. I know tomorrow I'm going to crack the code. I know tomorrow I'm going to come with a brilliant idea. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Please keep this energy. Please sleep with this. I might too. All right, let's see what do we have finally for your abundance. Late night thoughts when it comes to abundance. I don't see the lack of it. I think you're very, very, very clear. You're coming across very clear, and you're putting yourself first. I love that about you. For abundance, Aries, look at that. Was there ever a doubt? We've got Three of Cups and the Six of Cups. Your late night thoughts when it comes to abundance. Emotionally, you're very collected. You're roaming around with a bunch of people who keep your emotions in a good place, good vibes only. The group dynamic is amazing. I think the last people that you call are also the people that you want to keep in your life, and they think the best of you. Or the last things that are in terms of abundance that you're watching, you're consuming, they're all healthy for you, they're all nice for you. Yes, there is the presence of another energy, but I think because this is abundance, you're thinking the good parts, you're also revisiting your childhood memories, just everything that is good, that puts you in a positive mood, so that next day when you wake up in the morning, you wake up with pure, positive, abundant energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Your late night thoughts are brilliant. No wonder somebody else misses you so much. All right, to close off the reading, Aries, let's see what do we have here for guidance from the universe for you. You seem to be doing amazing. I just have to tell you that. Okay. Very, very clear. Three of Swords to the Three of Wands to the Nine of Swords. The universe is telling you, and I think you're doing that fantastic. The universe is saying there is no point wasting your sleep over somebody who's not willing to be your present. This is your future version. This is Mars in Aries. Three of Wands is looking straight at the future. And yeah, you do have a goal here. The Emperor, your energy. Number 4. The universe is also telling you, do not let your sleep be affected by anything or anyone that is not in your present. You be focused on the future. 3 is a beautiful number. It's the number of creation. It's the number of, being a visionary, creating, co-creating, in fact, with the universe, because this is the universe's guidance. And we're doing late night thoughts, and it's saying that anything that is not going to be in your life for the next 3 seconds, 3 months, 3 years, it's not worth wasting your energy. Come back to the present. You are, I believe. I think it's only in the connection that we see a little bit. And the universe is saying, go ahead and have a good sleep. You don't need to be in this energy. For if any reason that you are there, this is where you're supposed to be. And that's what I have for you. That's what the universe has for you. Thank you so much, Aries. And my very awesome, I had given that a name. I've forgotten the name actually. What? The director, yeah. The director is saying director. Okay, we're moving on to the French muffin still stays in my mouth. We're moving on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus, and a very happy birthday. It's your birthday month. It's midnight right now, and this is your late night thoughts. Let's see what wants to come out for you, Taurus. And how's the energy late in the night? And do you need to carry that energy next day morning? Taurus, let's go. And here's how we're going to do it, Taurus. Late night thoughts about self. Okay. Okay. You know, you might be having trouble sleeping. Okay, you might be having trouble sleeping. There may be the presence of a Leo energy around you, fire energy around you, Aries, Leo, Sag. It's almost like you're trying to overcome something. You're trying to find the strength to overcome a habit. And this happens late in the night. And you do tend to take it through the day. You do tend to take it through the day. I do see struggle here while going to sleep. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not. You know, there is also a lot of your questioning yourself that, have I done enough? And it's not very big. I want to say that. Also, Taurus, try your best to stay away from the phone late in the night. Because you might be waiting for a text, you might be waiting for a response, and that might be not sitting very well with you. There is an attention to self here required. The energies are showing me very, very strongly. Very, very strongly. You might be having some recurring pain in some part of the body. So you have to ensure that you get a good night's sleep. The energy is, because we want to wake up next day morning feeling absolutely fresh. Oh yeah, look at that death underneath. The cards, the energies are screaming towards me to tell you, Taurus, make sure that once you're in your sleepy time, there is the presence, the presence of any other energy should not be permissible. Okay. Taurus, if you have a person on your mind, if there is another energy late night, let's see. Let us see what do we have for Taurus. Your side, late night. Wow, you are real. Let me see the other side. Okay. Yes, there is somebody here I can detect. And thinking about them makes you very, very happy. I think you're planning family. I think you're going, I don't know, maybe this is someone who's, possibly pregnant or planning to get pregnant or planning to be in a family. There's a lot of emphasis here about your late night thoughts are really leaning towards that, okay, let's have a family together. Let's see the bigger picture here. It's just what it is, and I don't want to say anything more than that. This is that actually next step with that person. And it's a beautiful energy. The energy is absolutely beautiful. On the other side, by the way, I think this person has a lot to resolve, by the way. They have a lot to resolve. I don't want to say this because it's just enough energies on the table, but I do want to say that there could be another person, maybe they are in midst of taking a divorce, or maybe they have to take time out from work Their late night thoughts right now is they are trying to figure out a place for themselves, a name for themselves. They're kind of struggling at work in terms of their own authority, their own image, their own presence. Picking up Aquarius sign here, Earth sign here, you're an Earth sign. Picking up Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But yeah, your late night thoughts are, they're beautiful. Oh, look at that, Ton of Pentacles. They're just about getting married and having children and life forward, you know. I have the Four of Wands and I have the Magician here. And I'm going to tell you, Taurus, this is how manifestation happens. I will not be surprised if you get married to this person. If you don't get married to this person. This is absolute manifestation, late night manifestation. For a lot of you, you guys may have envisioned your wedding, the whole thing. The whole thing. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Congratulations are in order if that is what you want. The energies are really, really high. And you're sleeping with this energy. You know, you're sleeping with the thought of being with someone. I mean, it's very likely to happen. I don't see you in their energy field at late night, but I do see that they are Two of Cups again. But they are definitely working on themselves. All right, Taurus, let's see your late night thoughts towards your work and career, because that's very, very important. Something is not working here. Something is not working here. And you're figuring out, your late night thoughts are you're figuring out, how do I change the direction? Which way do I go? I think you've tried a lot of things. You're not getting a breakthrough. You're not getting a breakthrough. But I also see that you are trying new things out. You are, for a lot of you, possibly your work involves travel and you're not able to crack that travel. It is your late night thoughts about work and career are also that, will I be able to take my family? Will I be able to see my family? Do I have to do this alone? Something is missing here. Something is missing, and it's not putting you at ease. You know, it's like you're split when it comes to thinking about your work and career. You've not found that path that you can take and you can say, okay, now I can work towards it. But it would be a good idea, because this is a late night thought, Taurus. It would be a very good idea if you think your best version and then go to sleep, because that there is an energy here of emotionally feeling dissatisfied with where you are. If you are going to be dissatisfied with where you are and that energy seeps with you while going to sleep, then the next morning will also have that energy. We want to wake up with that energy where you see yourself where you want to be. Okay, let's see, Taurus, what do we have? Late night thoughts for abundance. Abundance. And that is reflecting in your work and career thoughts. So let's see, what are your late night thoughts for abundance? We've got, whoa. There is definitely another energy here, Taurus. There is definitely someone here. And we have Gemini energy here, and we have now the World for your abundance. And I love this. I love this because in a sense, you're showing that you want to achieve this abundance. You want to achieve this accomplishment with someone. You maybe already have somebody in your mind. And if you don't have, you would like to reach to this point with another energy, with your partner, with your person, with your special person, whoever you seem fit. Your abundance for you is growing together, like the whole power couple thing. We also have the 4 fixed signs here. We've got Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. This is your reading. You are very much there. This is your accomplishment. I just want to say this, Taurus, in your reading, I just don't see enough of you. Your energy is attached with another energy. And that is why in yourself, there is a little bit of struggle. You have to actively take out some energy, take out some time and think about yourself also. There is, I get it, it's amazing that you want to grow with another person, but Six of Wands underneath, the energy of victory. But it would be nice if I could see something here that I could tell you, wow, this is the area. Okay, Taurus, let's see what do we have for your closing message, your advice from the universe. And the universe wants to tell you Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Sword. Are you doing for both the people? Because Two of Pentacles is one person doing two people's job. Are you deciding for both the side? Because, you know, it works sometimes and then it doesn't work sometimes. If it works, fantastic. But when it doesn't work, then remember, the good, the bad, everything comes on one person. If there are shared goals, shared ideas, brought in together, and if they work great. If they don't work, they don't work. But the responsibility lies with both. The universe is actually showing me that in your current energy, you have taken the onus on yourself, and then whatever the actions, the consequences will also be on you. So like your entire reading, Taurus, it would be a nice idea if the other energy also brings in their share. I get it, they're busy. I get it, they're doing something, they're building something. But if the goal is same, if you want to achieve abundance together, then there has to be equal input so that you can enjoy equal outputs. That's what I have for you. Very, very to the point. I like that. We're moving on to, is it getting a little better in terms of, ouch. Yeah, okay. I don't know, I did something there. We're moving on to Gemini. Hello, Gemini, and welcome. This is your midnight reading, late night thoughts. I'm myself doing it at about 12:31 right now. And the energies are high and it just feels right. So let's see what amazing messages want to come out for you. Basically, we want to see late night thoughts. You should take them next morning or not. Let's go, Gemini. Let's see. Late night thoughts, Gemini, about self. About self. Let's go. Gemini, what are you showing? Ooh. Now that's a fan. Oh, underneath, by the way, we have the Two of Wands. And look what we've got on the table. The Magician and the Ace of Wands. That's beautiful energy. Please understand there are a lot of cards here. Any two cards can come out. But this is amazing. If this is not your late night thought, this should definitely be your late night thought. Magician is a powerful manifester, powerful creator with the ability to bring things from heaven to the earth. And he's got all the four elements. He's got wands, swords. Wands are your ambition, desires, fire. Swords is your thoughts and your mindset. Cups are your emotions, and pentacles is the actual money, the tangible things that you can see. And you've got the Ace of Wands. There is clearly something here that you desire. Clearly. It could be an attraction towards someone. It could be a desire to look better, to grow better, to have something. It's a desire. It's an ambition. It's a want. It's coming from your gut. There is something here that you want. It could very well be travel. Desires are those kind of things that don't really, they're not from normal life. They're something extraordinary. So there is something extraordinary, and these are amazing energies. Imagine sleeping with extraordinary energies, desires and thoughts. You wake up in the morning feeling so amazing. Love that. Okay, we, by the way, got King of Cups and Two of Cups here. Is it a person? Could be a person. Now, Gemini, if you do have a person on your mind, let's see the late night thoughts. What do we have? Late night thoughts, person on your mind, your side. Again, I'm saying there are so many cards here. Anything could come out. On the person side, wow. We've got the world underneath. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. Just look at this. Your late night thoughts, Ace of Cups and the Lovers. Lovers is Gemini energy. This is your energy. You want to be with a person. If you are with a person, you want your things to go the best, the finest. You're putting in really pure positive energy towards your relationship. And that's the thought you're sleeping with. That's the thought that occupies your mind. You know, in a connection, they always say that, you know, when you go to sleep, you should not go with anger. You should resolve your issues so that next day morning there is more love. Bingo. That's exactly what it is. Beautiful. And similarly, I want to tell you on the person, by the way, on your mind, or whoever this other energy is, they have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is Queen of Love, the epitome of love. And Ace of Pentacles, there is equal energy on. It's like you guys, there are 1, 2, 3 aces on the table. Gemini, this is one hell of an amazing reading. 3 aces. It's like universal energies at your disposal. They're also thinking about you. They're also in love with you. They also want to create with you. These both energies, when they come together, my gosh, this is just pure. It's absolutely pure. I love this. There is a lot of thought on either side put towards each other. This is absolutely beautiful. 7 of Pentacles. You may have been with each other for a very long time. You may be feeling, look, these energies are your individual thoughts at night. It may be in the real world, they have not yet translated. Maybe in the real world, it's still taking time. But when the actual feeling is sorted, then you should not have anything to worry about. In the right time, everything unfolds. Till then, find comfort in knowing that the person on your mind, the other energy, thinks about you exactly the way you think about them. That's beautiful. And give it time. Give it time. Don't rush through anything, because something very beautiful is forming here. Very beautiful. Very untouchable. Okay, let's see what are your late night thoughts when it comes to your work and career, Gemini. Late night thoughts when it comes to your career and work. We've got, okay. You guys are stressing out about work. You guys are stressing about your next salary. Where will it come from? Or maybe you've spent a lot of money. Maybe your money is tied down. For a lot of you, I'm also seeing that you're not in control of your work. You're not. 8 of Swords to the 5 of Pentacles. There is this a sense of, you have to be there in order to make the money. You cannot take a time out. You cannot take a seasonal time out, unlike others. Your money comes in because of your presence. If you're not there, so I'm not seeing passive income here, by the way. Your career and your work, it's like a routine. You have to be there. And maybe there are days where you have to do the entire work by yourself. Is it getting tiring? Yes. Maybe your late night thought should ideally be, may I find right people for my work, right clients for my work, right experts for my work. It would be a wonderful idea if you have energies around you that can help you, because right now I feel everything is on your shoulders and it ties you down. It does not give you free time. Invite energies late in the night when you're about to sleep. Invite energies that are going to be helpful towards your chosen work and career. It's going to be different for different people. I'm also seeing financial constraint here. I'm also seeing lack of help. So it ideally would be nice, Gemini, if while going to sleep, you ask for help. Look at that, 6 of Cups underneath. 6 of Cups is the beautiful energy of a caring connection, a loving connection. It's not necessary it's a soulmate, twin flame, or a partner. It could also be a person who works with you and allows you to get your work done so that you have some free time, you save some money. All right, let's see what do we have. Late night thoughts for abundance. Late night thoughts for abundance for Gemini. We've got Page of Wands. You want a timeout, right? You want a timeout. You want, actually, it's very clear here, Gemini, you want a little bit of time out for yourself. Maybe in the recent times, you've not even got time to explore the things that you have wanted to do. You're still figuring out ways to do things for yourself. It would be a very good idea, especially in terms of abundance, if you invite energies, if you're open to energies that will come. And at the end of the day, lovers is also another energy. It's good if you have a partner. Maybe you want your partner to help you. Maybe you want your person to help you. We don't know. I mean, they're coming across extremely helpful. But I want to tell you, for you, abundance opens when you work with people. That's how it multiplies. Because then you're not the person who's thinking for everyone. And you get a little bit of time out for yourself. All right. Let's see what is the closing advice from the universe for your late night thoughts and what you're supposed to carry next day morning. The universe wants to tell you, this is very, very clear. And these are both air signs. Gemini, you're an air sign. The universe is saying that if you're only going to do, Knight of Swords is that energy who's so much mission oriented that the minute this Knight has been given the mission, the Knight forgets everything, everybody, including self, and then just runs toward it without taking breaks, without taking time out. And look what happens eventually. So the universe is also telling you that it would be, basically the universe wants to tell you, if you're going to keep doing the way you're doing it right now, possibly there's going to be a burnout. There is going to be a burnout. You also want to sleep well. You also want to be well rested for the next day. So make sure whenever you get help or get into that whole mode while sleeping, that, I open energies, I invite energies that are helpful. Keep an open eye, keep an open mind. Once you're ready, once the universe knows you're ready, like-minded people walk into our path. That's just the law. That's how it works. People resonate with us when we are in the energies of receiving them. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Lot of lovely aces there in your reading. Moving on to Cancer. Hello, Cancer, and welcome. This is your late night thoughts about whatever it is that you're thinking. And we're going to see each and every area, by the way. And we'll see if you need to keep those late night thoughts or if you need to add something to it so that next day when you wake up in the morning, the late night thoughts should be helpful towards it. Right? By the way, it's midnight here. Yes, it's going to be 1 o'clock. And we're doing this midnight. So let's go. Let's go. Keeping it as real as possible. Cancer, let's go. Your late night thoughts about self. Cancer, what do we have? Okay. This is Nine of Swords underneath. Something is causing you to lose your sleep. There is an emphasis here on not being able to sleep properly, irregular timings of sleep. Something does take a toll at you during nighttime, or maybe you may be having moments where you're not able to sleep at all. See, this is your self late night thoughts, but there is another energy here. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, air sign. This is trying to make things work, trying to make things work. Your late night thoughts are all about how can I bring all the people in the same room to a common solution. Look how she's looking at the three of people right here and trying to figure out a way. You may be the Queen of Swords. You're possibly looking at a situation with, you're looking at it with actually very clear eyes and there's a lot of truth involved here. You're not BSing at least yourself, because this is late night, there's nobody around. You're actually looking at a situation in your life, wherever you are late in the night, because this is yourself, and you're figuring out how can I make this work. For a lot of you, you may be looking at structures, you may be looking at places, you may be looking at blueprints, you may be getting things done, things changed. I do see repairs, home repairs, things like that. So I do want to say you do have a lot on your mind. You do have a lot on your mind. And it is taking a toll on you. Okay, Cancer. If you have a person on your mind, let's see what your late night thoughts are. Whatever your connection is, whatever it is, let's see. Late night thoughts for Cancer, please. Cancer, let's get the energy moving on your side. Let's go. Okay. Let's see on the other side, late night thoughts we've got. Okay, very interesting. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Is there love? Yes. But is there absolute commitment? No. Knight of Wands does not commit. Knight of Wands is just an energy that comes in and goes out. It's still exploring, it's still finding. It's still. So maybe your late night thoughts are, or maybe you're feeling that what if this person goes away? Look, there is some sort of uncertainty here. There is love, but there is just that one energy is there. It's. I don't know which one you are. You'll know yourself better. I'm guessing you're the one who's in love, who's thinking about the person. But the other energy is still at a distance. They're still away. They're still far. There is an element here of waiting. There is an element here of distance. There is an element here of one person being solid and stable, and the other person comes in and goes. But there is an element of love. Now, late night thoughts on the energy that is possibly on your mind or around you. We have Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. You guys are mirroring each other. Absolutely mirroring each other. Again, there is love, there is connection, there is a difference in the connection. It's not an ordinary connection. There could be, culture gap, age gap, religion gap, every sort of thing possibly, because Six of Cups are not two people from the same place. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is again non-committal. Both the sides, there's absolute mirroring happening. Absolute. So whatever you're thinking, exactly what they're thinking. So think about it. If you change it, there is a very high chance their energy will also change. Let's see what's the likely. We've got the Seven of Cups. That means, look, I just want to say what it is. It's still open. It is still open. It's non-committal and it's open. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So you have to ask yourself, because these are your late night thoughts. When everything is open, then the outcome is open. So in order to close this gap, there is a lot of gap on either side. There needs to be an action. When you take the action, Cancer, something changes. So right now, I just want to say everything is open. Possibilities are open. Anything could happen. If you want to see a difference, then you got to make a difference. Let's see what are your late night thoughts about your work and career. Let's see what do we have for Cancer. We've got Knight of Swords and the Moon. This is trying different things. This is not a bad energy. It's a very good energy. But this is being at that stage where you're trying different things. You're trying different directions. You're making something work without even knowing the outcome of it. But there is, I like the fact that the Knight of Swords is here, because Knight of Swords is very determined. When this energy picks on a particular task, it does not rest until it does not do the task. But the only thing here is you don't know. There are a lot of things that are new for you. Maybe you're in a brand new place, you're in a brand new territory, you're in a brand new continent altogether. But you're very determined to find out. Very determined. For a lot of you, in terms of your work and career, you may have actually taken a detour. You may be doing something completely because it was not serving you, or because there was a lot of uncertainty. You may make a shift also. But the energy of being determined and pursuing, that is nice. That is really, really nice. So I think when it comes to work, you sleep with the fact that, you know what, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm still going to approach it with the same energy that I have. We've got a lot of horses here. It's the year of horse. Horse is all about action. So yes, I want to tell you, you're taking your work very, very seriously. Despite not knowing a lot of things, but you're definitely putting yourself in the game again and again. Okay, Cancer, let's see, what do we have for your late night thoughts towards abundance. Let's go. Towards abundance. We've got, wow. Wow. Look at that. That is powerful. I want to say this, two iconic people, two iconic energies, the Emperor and the Justice. This is beautiful. And if you're doing this, Cancer, please continue to do this. You see yourself in power. You see yourself in control. This is happening late in the night. Maybe this is a thought that you're sleeping with. I'm not so sure if it happens throughout the day, but definitely you're teaching yourself something amazing. And if you're not, go ahead and claim these energies, because they're very much for you. Imagine sleeping with so much power. And I like the fact that the Emperor has the Justice along with it, because Justice balances, harmonizes everything. You know, the Emperor may sometimes, because she is the Emperor, right? The Emperor may sometimes get a little high-handed with power. But the fact that Justice is here, something puts you in order. There is an energy that also takes a check on you. I almost want to say the universe has your back. The universe has your back. If these are your abundant thoughts at night, beautiful. Color red is very significant. A place is very significant. A location is very significant. A title is very significant. Let's see, what do we have as the closing advice from the universe for you, Cancer. Very, very, very nice. Wow. Your own power card has come. The Chariot is Cancer energy. And then we've got the Hanged Man. You know, the universe is actually saying that you're on a path. You've been put on a path. This is the energy of being on a path. And this Chariot has two horses. And we just, like in this image, it's Sphinx, but horses are very significant to any sort of mode of transport, or it's put you on a path. You're doing something. It involves movement. It involves motion. You should only stop if you're getting a better perspective. Hangman is all about perspective. The only reason on your path, Cancer, you should stop if it's allowing you to gain a brand new perspective. If you're going to be hearing or spending time or doing something that's old, that's been done, it's from the past, it will not serve you. Because Hanged Man is amazing. It's a moment of pause. It's a very brief moment of pause, because it gives you a little bit of enlightenment. It gives you a brand new awakening. And you know, you take that piece of information and then you still continue to move forward. Fantastic. If you're getting a brand new perspective, if you're getting a different point of view and it is serving you on your path, go ahead and take it. But if it's going to pull you back, if it's going to take you back to the ways that you've left behind, it's not for you. It's just not for you. This is what the universe is trying to tell me, and I'm trying to explain it to you. I hope that makes sense. That's what I have for you. These are major arcanas. These are major arcanas. Very, very powerful energies in your reading. And that means the divine is at work for you, with you. Moving on to... We're moving on to Leo. Hello, Leo, and welcome. This is your reading. Late night thoughts. What's going on? We're going to look at different areas and to see that the energy that you're sleeping with, the late night thoughts, they are of value to you the next day morning. So let's go, Leo. Let's see. I'm also doing this reading actually at midnight. Yep, very close to 1. Very close to 1. Channeling the midnight energy and seeing what midnight energies hold for you. Let's see, Leo. Let's go. Your late night thoughts for self. For self, because self is the most important, Leo. Let's go. What do we have? Okay, interesting. Both fire. You're a fire sign. Let's talk about it. Okay, underneath we've got the 6 of Pentacles. It's a very beautiful energy. It's an energy of equal give and take, but it's also the energy of generosity. It makes me want to say that you may have more to give than you think. And it's not always about money, but it's also about wisdom. It's about support. Because I want to show you, we've got the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. You know, there is a dynamic here. There is a group dynamic here. There is competition here. I can sense that you're in a place possibly throughout the day where you're fighting it out, even to get noticed. All right, there's a lot of there are good times, there are not so good times, but it's almost like you're trying to prove your worth throughout the day. Throughout the day. Possibly that's what your work is, because this is making me lean towards work. And it's only when you come out of that energy you realize you have a lot more to offer. But I do want to tell you one thing, Leo. This being in the group dynamic is allowing you to find out your best individual self. The more it's like how they say that you don't, you either win or you learn. You do not lose. That kind of energy. That should be your thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, of course it does matter, but it's okay sometimes to have a day where you did not get your say or you did not get to be. But if there were others who were winning or others who were performing better, there's something for you to learn and absorb from it. And you never know when you get the chance to use it. I just want to tell you, late night is a very good time for you to remind yourself that whatever you picked out throughout the day is going to come useful for you the next day, the very next day. There is a lot for you to pick up from your environment, by the way. And I'm also seeing that everybody wants the same thing. You're in that kind of a dynamic. Everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants that job. Everybody wants that project. Everybody wants that title. I get that. But yeah, there is a lot for you to learn. It would be a great idea when it comes to self, and when you go to sleep, you recap and you take the best parts of it and you replay them in your head so that next day morning you wake up super confident knowing that you already got that under your belt. All right, if you have a person on your mind, let's go, Leo. If you have a person or the other energy, let's see what are the late night thoughts here. Leo, on your side. The energy that's attached to you. Okay, interesting. Maybe there is no communication at this point of time. Maybe the both of you are not expressing. Maybe both people are hurt. Maybe both people have a restriction. Maybe both people are not in the best of the energies right now at this point of time. Remember, energies are always shifting. Your late night thoughts towards the person. We've got the Wheel and the Five of Cups. The Wheel is an excellent signifier of times are changing. How long do you decide to be in this energy? Five of Cups is still feeling sad. You have two fives on the table. Fives are about you not being stable. Something is off. Something is off. And the longer you stay in that energy, it can take you down a spiral. It would be a good idea. Look, here's the thing, because these are late night thoughts, it's important for me to say, even if that thought comes late in the night, I know it's not easy to not think about a person, okay? Tell yourself, 5 seconds I'm going to think about everything that's not working. But guess what? After that 10 seconds, I'm going to think about the things that are great, or the things that I want in a connection and relationship, or from my other person, or whatever. You can change. There is a very strong need here that, and late night would be the best time, because that's when you go to sleep with those energies. Do not sleep with the energies of things that have not worked out for you. It's literally the same message. The energy on the other side, they have Eight of Swords and the Justice. This energy is also, they're not mirroring you. In fact, I want to just say that they are a little more caught up than you. There is a mess on either side, but their mess is bigger than yours. Their life is not even in their own control, by the way. Maybe they're going through some legal system, or maybe they have an authority above them. Maybe they have to take permission every single time, but yeah, their life is definitely not in their control. I mean, your life is in your control, but you're choosing to not look the other way. These are not the best late night thoughts. There you go. We've got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is all about moving away from point A to point B. We don't know what point B is, but staying at point A is no longer serving you. No longer. And 6 comes after the 5s. You've got 2 5s. That's exactly what I was telling you. Wherever you are at this point of time, Leo, it would, even if you take one step further, it's going to be fantastic for you. You will see a significant change the next day morning. Staying in the same energies, bringing those same energies from all day long towards the night, and sleeping with them is a sure guarantee that next day morning you're going to wake up with them. We want to wake up next day morning in a different location, in a different place, knowing that we are heading towards the future and not going back towards the past. All right, let's see, what do we have for your work and career? Late night thoughts for your work and career, Leo. Come on, Leo, give me something that I can say bingo. Okay, not yet, but we'll get there. We will get there. That's the whole point of this reading. We've got Temperance and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Fine-tuning something, still figuring out something. Seven of Pentacles is, it's a stalemate energy, I want to say that. It's being at the same place for a very long time, hoping something would change. Leo, are you trying to fix something that cannot be further fixed? Are you trying to do something that has run its course and you're still trying to figure out how can I get more out of this? That's the kind of energy. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Maybe this is something you're doing from the month of December, 7 months, 7 years. You definitely need a break here. You definitely need a break. Sometimes when we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, we come back to the same outcome. There is a need of a spark here. There's a need of a spark here. Late night thoughts. I think in every area until now. We need a spark. We need a little bit of fire. You are fire. Maybe you've been in the same place. Things have been working the same way. Maybe it's time for you to upgrade. Maybe it's time for you to put yourself out there, show yourself differently. Is it working? Yes. Is the money coming in? Yes. But is it letting you sleep in excitement? No. Okay, let's see what is your late night thoughts for abundance. We may get some clue here. Your late night thoughts for abundance. Oh wow, this is nice. 4 and 8, 48, and we've got the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. Look, there you go. 8, 1 more than 7. 1 step. Leo, I think you're literally in the game of life just one step behind, and I want to be the first person to say that. But we've also got 4 of Wands here, which is alignment. Your late night thoughts about, nighttime is the best time for you to revisit all those amazing days. Again, see for yourself. We have the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, the same message. And I want to say this, even if, and it wouldn't be a bad idea, okay, because we're talking about abundance here. We're talking about everything. Whatever it is that you want, there is a very strong energy here of fake it till you make it. Because 8 is, especially 8 of Pentacles, is all about mastery. That dream state, that amazing energy alignment, 11, perfect state that you want, revisit that scenario again and again till it becomes yours. Because this is late night thoughts about abundance. And you are actually doing this because this has popped up. There is something that you want, there is something that you desire, but there is no fire here at the moment. There is a very strong emphasis here on a routine. There is a very strong emphasis here of breaking a particular routine and moving one step ahead. I'm also picking up you're building homes, you're making homes, or you're thinking about your dream house, redecorating, bringing in something new, working on something. This could very well be working on your own social media platform, your own brand, your own name, your own self. And I like the fact that it's in your abundance energy. All right, closing off the reading, Leo, let's see what do we have from the universe for you. Final piece of advice from the universe for Leo, please. We've got, wow. We've got the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, and then we've got the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is the future that you're looking towards. This energy has its back turned on everybody else except for the future. For what is to arrive, for what is to come. 3 is a very powerful number. You have a lot of 5s here, you have 4s, and you have 7s. But 3 is the number of creation. 7 and 3 collectively make a 10, which brings you to number 1. And I've been saying this, you just one step away from being where you're supposed to be. 3 of Wands is also being at the right place at the right time. Maybe you require to be at a certain place. Maybe the location. Maybe you need to move location. Maybe you need to shift location. And Chariot is all about moving. It's literally a vehicle. It's literally a vehicle. It's a mode of transport. This is also it's a major arcana. It's the universe has your back and support. Look, if you're willing to move, if you're willing to shift, if you're willing to take that path, you're very likely to arrive at that point, the point where you're supposed to be. But if there is an element here of going back into the past, and that is something, and especially late in the night, because we want to wake up next day in the morning facing the sun, being bright, cheerful, the Leo that you are, and that's going to put you back on track. That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope the right people get the message at the right time. Moving on to Virgo. Hello, Virgo, and welcome. This is your reading. This is a midnight reading at this point of time, and we're actually real time doing it at midnight. And we want to see what are your late night thoughts in the areas that we can, so that you know, if you're going to keep those thoughts or you want to change them, so that next day morning the best possible thoughts are the thoughts that you wake up with, Virgo. Let's go. Late night thoughts will... I'm so sorry for that. It is midnight. But let's go. Late night thoughts for self, Virgo. Let's see, what do we have? Late night thoughts for self, energies. Whoa. Whoa. 9 of Swords underneath. Yes, it is pretty evident with the energies that I have on the table that yes, something is not letting you sleep. Something is not letting you sleep peacefully yet. Maybe it involves money. Maybe it involves receiving money, giving money. There is an element here of equalizing something. And I think it has to do with money. And then we've got the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is not the best of the energy when it comes to... both the cards have more than one people. And while in the first one, you're supposed to be giving out, in the second one, it feels like... no. Virgo, you're giving me the sense that your late night thoughts about self are you're in a place to give, but you also don't want to give. You also don't want to give. Now, I don't know what this is. It could be money, it could be time, but it's almost like you're towards the end of the day, towards late at night, you're actually calculating. Have I given the right people? Have I given it to the right people? Because I don't want to be giving to those people that don't deserve it. There is also a little bit of... there is an element here of maybe people around you not being happy about you. There is a newfound status here. I am picking up. It's almost like you're now in this position where you can give, now in this position where you have more, and you do realize, you know, it does hit you late in the night that, okay, now that I have it, or now that I'm going to do it, how do I keep those people away that I don't want to share it with? Something about being very picky and choosy about who you would want to invest your time and money with. Because clearly there are some energies here who are possibly not happy with where you are vis-a-vis them. Yeah, so those are some strong thoughts. It would be a great idea if you could just focus on yourself. So therefore, next morning, Virgo, you're only going to wake up with yourself and your growth and your expansion. But in your growth and expansion, there is another energy here, and it does tend to come into your energy field, and it does take away your own time and energy. All right, if there is a person on your mind, if there is a connection, let's see what do we have for late night thoughts, Virgo. Oh, your side. Let's see what do we have on the other energy, the other side. Okay. Um, you have the Death and the Knight of Swords. It's almost like you're not letting somebody come in. You're not letting somebody come in. You can sense that somebody is coming towards you. I don't know if this comes from the same fact that there is something that has changed in you, Virgo. There is an upgrade here. You do have an upgrade. This also feels like somebody that you have ended with and now they want to come back. There is a mismatch of energy here. There is. Virgo, there is. It's almost like from your side, you're very clear. You've closed a chapter, and because I think you've got something else on your mind. You've got something else on your mind, and you would like to pursue that at this point of time. So even before they can come towards you, your thoughts are, how do I close this chapter? How do I not have to deal with it at this point of time? I don't know if this is an entire chapter close or for the time being, because you're giving me a sense that you have something which requires your time right now. Something is very urgent here. Now the other energy has it's quite opposite to yours. Your late night, there is a sense of urgency in your late night thoughts. The energy that's attached to you, or I don't know if it's a person on your mind, but the other energy here is absolutely opposite. They are very relaxed, they're very calm, they're unbothered, they're in their own world, and they're doing their own thing. Picking up fire sign, especially Sagittarius, very strongly. Could be Leo and Aries too, but especially Sagittarius, very strong. They are in their own world. They're doing their own thing, and they're doing their way of operating. By the way, method of operating vis-a-vis your method of operating is very different. So it could be that there is another energy here, who knows? But you're focused at something. That's why you've shut doors for everybody and everything else right now. Let's see what this leads to. You're an earth sign. It leads to King of Pentacles. This leads to growth, stability, money, more money, more money. And you started with money. You know what, actually, irrespective of connection, Virgo, the way you're operating right now is you've shut yourself off with the world. Now, if this is a love connection, the other energy, by the way, they may be thinking that you're not possibly talking to them. So they may be doing their own thing. What they're not realizing is that you're entirely focused on something, and which is your own growth. And I want to say this right now, there are a lot of people here. It's not necessary that the person that's there on your mind is actually going to be the outcome. There is more than two energies for sure present here. 4 that I can pick up of, by the way. And 5th, another one coming in. You're putting yourself to sleep with the thought of what you want to pursue the next day morning. And I think the energy is going to sleep with thinking that you're possibly ignoring them. But in the bargain, what's happening is you're becoming a better version of yourself, which is amazing. All right, Virgo, let's see. Late night thoughts about your work and career. Wow. Late night thoughts about your work and career. The way the cards fell out, it felt like there's a lot on your plate. We've got, wow, We've got the star and we've got the Hierophant. This is Aquarius energy and Taurus energy. Taurus is again Earth. In terms of your work and career, for a lot of you, you're actually at the place, at your dream, at the dream place that you're supposed to be. You're actually at the right place. You're at the right place. Promotion, if you're looking for growth, if you're looking, everything is right around the corner. Right around the corner. Because these are late night thoughts, for a lot of you, you're actually possibly manifesting your dream work, your dream job, your dream role, your dream position, your dream title. Makes me want to say, whatever work it is that you're pursuing, whatever it is that you're doing, you're very happy, you're very grateful. It actually resonates with you. These are very beautiful energies. I cannot even think of something otherwise. This is having the, your setup, because Taurus is a very fixed sign, but then again, you have the freedom to bring your own creativity within. And this is very good for everyone. Whatever it is that you're doing, there is something here about mass production for everyone. In a sense, everybody is getting benefited by the kind of work that you do. You're giving me the sense that when you go to sleep, you're very happy about your work. And if you've not reached that place, you're very clear about the place that you want to work, the role that you should have. And you're putting a very deliberate, intentional and active thought about it. All right, Virgo, that was amazing, by the way. Let's see what we have, your late night thoughts for abundance. Because that's where you're headed, just FYI. Your late night thoughts for abundance, and we have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. See, Eight of Cups is that energy where you've whatever you were supposed to do, you've done, you've finished, you've grown, you've understood that there is no longer a place that can give you anything more. You've learned, you've absorbed, you've figured out everything. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. You are in terms of abundance, you are figuring out, you're in that stage of figuring out, all right? I don't want to sugarcoat and say something more. I will tell you exactly how the energies present themselves. In terms of abundance, your energy is at a point where you've understood what resonates with you, what does not, even on an emotional level. You now want to move to that where you're figuring out your wealth, your money, what is luxury to you, where you like, and I think you're beginning to get the taste of finer things in life. Yes, you are. Therefore, we have the King of Pentacles, who's the king of money, the father of money. You now actually want to experience more, and you're becoming very picky and choosy about who's going to be in your environment, who's going to be in your field. I think this is very self-made, Virgo. Or whatever this is, you had to put a very brave fight for it, and you had to earn it through and through. Also, I want to say King of Pentacles is a self-made king. Let's see what do we have as a closing advice from the universe, Virgo, for you. The amount of times I have mentioned money, the father of money, the king of money, your money is growing, you're getting a taste of luxury and abundance. This is self-made money, this is hard-earned money. Virgo, look at that, what the universe has for you. Four of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. The universe is saying it sees you. It knows that it's taken a lot for you to build. Four is, it's stable, all right. It's holding on because it knows that I cannot disrupt the structure. So you're taking care of something very well. Again, all earth, you're an earth sign. You're being very practical. Your thoughts are very practical. You know exactly how much you have put in. And there is a bigger goal here. There's a bigger picture here. You want to see that growth. You want to see that money. You want to see you build your own empire. The universe is saying 4 to the 10. Massive jump here. Do you have the potential? I think the universe is reminding you of your own potential. That 4 to 10 is very easy for you. Very, very easy. Money multiplying, money growing, money staying, money building, whatever it is. And I think you're finally in that stage where you can do it. Even the universe is actually confirming it. What you need to see is your environment. Because you're walking away from one. And you've also figured out people who have best interests for you and those who don't. Amazing. Your late night thought should just be money, wealth, expansion, abundance. And that is what you wake up with. Okay, lovely. Love that for you, Virgo. We're moving on to Libra. Hello, Libra, and welcome. This is your reading. This is actually a real-time midnight reading, and we want to see what are your late night thoughts, what amazing messages want to come out for you, so that you can wake up with them in the morning and translate them into an amazing day. By the way, 9 of Swords has shown itself. I hope you're sleeping well. You're having a good night's sleep. And that's exactly why we're doing this reading for you, Libra. Let's go. Let's see, what do we have? Your late night thoughts when it comes to self. Late night thoughts, energies when it comes to self, Libra. Let's go. Wow. We have Moon in Libra here. And then we have the 9 of Wands. We also saw the 9 of Swords. You know, 9s are all about completions. 9s are all about finishing something. I think you've given yourself a goal. And I think you're very closed off. But this is not... it is a heavy energy, Libra. I want to remind you, it is a heavy energy. It is going to take a toll on you at some point. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever is the last thing that you're thinking of, I get it. You've put yourself to something massive. No person in their sane sense of mind will actually stay up all night. This is that kind of energy. But you've given yourself something massive here. And I do see... Moon in Libra is all about, there's a little bit of imbalance here. There's a little bit of imbalance. I hope it's not because you want to prove a point to somebody else. Because remember, whatever you tell yourself, the last things that you do, the last thoughts, they're all internal. They're all meant for you. And those are the thoughts that you wake up with. If this is about proving to the world or proving to somebody else, it's pretty futile. You're pretty futile. You may want to consider self. What is the most important thing? Because we also have 2 of Swords here. We want to think of one thing that actually truly matters to you, and you take that thought towards the end and then wake up with that. I am seeing being tired here very, very strongly. I do want to say you have to give yourself a good rest. It's very important. It's like you're either sleeping 2 hours or then 9. So there is something out of balance here, Libra, and you're the most balanced zodiac. You are. All right, if you have a person on your mind, Libra, let's see your late night thoughts. If there is a connection, if there is a person, if there is energy, another energy in your vicinity, let's see. However it resonates. On your side, you've got, okay, you've put yourself completely into something. And you're doing this all by yourself. And you're taking this all the way through. On the other side, your late night thoughts towards this other energies. There is an emphasis here of trying to prove a point. Look, I can do it alone. I can manage both the worlds. I can do everything and I can master it and I can put up a great work and I can put up a great show. And that's a very tall order you've given yourself. You know, 8 and 2 actually, I realized they make a 10, but it's a broken 10. I would prefer an Ace of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles because it makes a 9. There is a sense of completion here. Your late night thoughts towards this other energy is still your work, is still the thing that you're trying to pursue. I don't think where you are right now there is even a small chance of any other energy coming and fitting in. You're really stretching yourself out to the max. I have to say that at this point of time. Now the other energy that's attached to you, we've got the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. And they also want to win at all cost. They also, and there are a lot of people here. Maybe you are, maybe this is not one of those connections where, I don't know, maybe it's love, maybe it's not love, but maybe this is one of those connections, those energies where, you know, it is competitive. The other energies around you, I firstly want to say it's not one, it's many. And everybody wants to win at the same game. So you're upping your game. Let's see what this leads to. Ten of Wands. What did I tell you? It does lead to exhaustion. Ten of Wands is, there is a heaviness here, Libra. Whatever you're doing at this point of time, there is, I get it, that you've given yourself something, but you're the sign that is excellent at balancing, at harmonizing. You are the justice energy in the entire tarot deck. You understand how much is too much and how much is enough. But for some reason, it's not popping up here. Look here also, the other deck, I have 2 of Swords. I can see there is something out of balance, Libra. It's almost like who's going to bring the glory home? Who's going to bring it first? Who's going to do it in the most unique way? And you are stretching yourself out. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are in the competition, by the way. Let's see your late night thoughts, energies about work and career. Work and career. We've got... Okay. The good news here is, in your reading, is that you love what you do. And that is amazing. So whatever extra you're doing, whatever, I get it. I mean, this kind of madness only comes, there is a method to your madness, Libra. Well, this kind of madness only comes when either you're under pressure or you really love what you do. And what you're showing me in terms of your work and career is you absolutely love. You would do it over and over again. At any point of time, you're called at midnight, you're called to travel and come, whatever it is that you're doing, it gives you absolute joy, it gives you absolute happiness, and it keeps you, the work and career side of it keeps you actually more emotionally strong. And I do want to say there are still more energies here. There are a lot of, maybe this is a collective Libra doing something. It's almost like a lot of people are watching what Libra is doing at this point of time. But there is a lot of love. You do this because it puts you back in the game. For a lot of you, I think when you sleep, you're talking about your work. You're talking about what you've done throughout the day. That's how much you love it. That's how much it's close to you. Okay, good for you. Your late night thoughts when it comes to abundance. Let's see, Libra. Your late night thoughts when it comes to abundance. And we've got for Libra, please. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I'm loving the energy that I'm seeing. And again, I want to say there are more people in this reading. I think Libra, you're doing something that is on a global level. Did I just say that? That's the midnight talking. At a global level, worldwide level, you're being watched, or you're putting it out there on social media. Maybe you're doing it all the way through the night, or you're preparing for something. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Money and desire. It's going to give you something. Your abundance. Because we have the Queens, I want to say you're creating. You're creating the ability to make more. And you're creating a desirable position for yourself. Whatever it is that you're doing and whatever it is that you're creating, it could put you on the map. And I want to say that earth and fire are not compatible. This makes me want to say that you're burning the midnight oil. It's literally that's literally what Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands, earth and fire, is burning the midnight oil. Two queens. Queens are feminine, they are creators, they are creative. Whatever it is that you're doing, Libra, it's on the creative side. It's building, it's creating, and it's born out of pure passion and desire. What is yellow, and when yellow and red mix, what color does it make? I'm not so sure right now. When red and yellow mix, you're creating something, you're taking palettes of something and you're creating something. And they're both powerful, they're both abundant queens in their own zone. So I cannot even imagine, Libra, when this comes together. Wow. Let's see what your closing message from the universe is. Your closing message for you, Libra, from the universe. We've got, wow, Page of Wands to the Lovers. Lovers is a path, Gemini energy, air sign, just like you. And Page of Wands, I want to say Page of Wands is you. I'm talking to the Libras that I'm talking to are on their path to create something, to contribute something to the world. You're building something. You may be young, literally be young, or you may be new to what you're doing. It's a brand new acquired skill set. It's new. It's a very new, excited energy. And you're trying to bring people together. You're trying to bring collective. There's very, very strong essence here of, and that's why your late night energies are all about, how can I make this come true? How can I figure this? But I want to say this, Libra, because this looks like it's a very massive, big scale. Please make sure you don't burn yourself out. You don't tire yourself out. You do. I know you love this from the bottom of your heart, but try your best. I mean, I think you're nocturnal. I recently heard a Libra say that to me, so I'm just going to say this. This is nocturnal all over. Make sure you get your rest. That's what I have for you. We're moving on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome. This is your reading. Late night thoughts, late night energies that you're taking with you, and we will see if they are working for your advantage the next day morning or not. Let's go, Scorpio. Let's go. Take a deep breath. It's already midnight here. It's way past midnight. I've been saying that from the first reading. It's way past midnight. And channeling from the absolute real timeline. Let's go, Scorps. Late night thoughts about self. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, 2 cards have come. Oh, interesting. Underneath, we've got the Fool. Something is you're worrying about something. You're possibly worrying about money. You're possibly worrying about your salary coming in. You're possibly worrying about, at this point of time, Scorpio, please understand, energies can shift very fast. So this possibly is exactly for possibly now or whenever you're watching this. You are, maybe you're not happy where you are. Maybe you're not. Maybe you had thought that you would be at a better place this point of time. You thought you'd have the support, and you had seen this, but something is not working out, and especially in terms of money. You had definitely thought you would be at a better place. You would be debt-free, loan-free, or you're waiting on an opportunity. Maybe late at night you tell yourself that there is this one opportunity that can set me free, that can, get rid of my loans, get rid of, I get it. Very strong energies late in the night. You are looking at something that there's a breakthrough that you want. These are the energies that you're carrying in late at night. Scorpio, very high chance they're going to be exactly the same energies you're going to wake up with. This is where you need to make the change. I get it. It's not easy to think about amazing things when you are in heavy energy like this. But in order to break away from this, you have slept so many nights with this feeling. How about for a change, trying to sleep with, watch a good movie. Watch a good show. Read a nice book. Look at powerful affirmations and use them to put yourself to sleep. What you consume is exactly what you're going to wake up with. If you have a person on your mind, Scorpio, let's see, what do we have? Late night thoughts. If you have a person, if there is a connection here, let's go. On your side, Scorpio, we've got, and the person that's on your mind, okay. Yes, you're holding back. You're holding back. They're both energies. These are stuck energies. The intentions are good. The intentions are right, but you're not entirely committing to something. Something is, it could be very well be money. It could very well be money. Picking up Taurus very strongly here. Sagittarius very strongly. It's not that you don't want to give, you do want to give, but maybe you're not in that condition financially. Maybe your hands are tied back. At this point of time, your thoughts are, I wish I could give more. The other energy, their late night thoughts are, I think they're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're very patiently at this point of time. Maybe they mean something to you. You mean something to them. See, not everybody gives up. There are sometimes people out there who are, we may define ourselves as we're not working, and we may say things negative, but there will always be one or two. If you're lucky enough to find a person like that, that's the kind of person you keep, Scorpio. There is also a heavy emphasis here on how you talk about yourself, especially late in the night, because those energies translate into morning. Don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't underplay yourself. It's nice when the world calls somebody underdog, but when a person themselves call themselves underdog, then they're actually underplaying. The other energy is waiting. Whether you're in a connection, whether you're not in a connection yet, but there is an energy who's, I'm not so sure if they're actively thinking about you, but they're definitely waiting on you. Let's see what this leads to, Scorpio. This leads to the devil. Devil is that connection where people come together because they bring out possibly the worst in each other. And I'm guessing this, there is a bondage here clearly on the devil chain. Again, underneath we've got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict. Look, one energy is waiting. One energy late in the night is hoping for things to get better. But I'm picking up on your side. You are finding yourself stuck. You're finding yourself. Eight of Swords and the devil are very, very similar. And I think you're the one here who actually needs to break free. You're giving me a sense that you're not willing to take chances. You're giving me a sense that I'm going to be very thorough. I'm going to think about this. There is a lack of spontaneity from your end. It's really going very much by the book. Very much by the book. Maybe the other energy on the other side is waiting for you for some sort of gesture. Now, if these energies hover and if these energies are boiling, you max out the boiling point. And then there is potentially the darkness revealed. Be mindful. And we're talking about late night. I mean, there's so much of darkness here. They say in connections you should not go to sleep with a fight or with something unresolved. Try your best to resolve whatever you can. Don't keep it for the next day. All right, Scorpio, let's see what do we have here for your late night thoughts for your work and career. Late night thoughts for your work and career. Wow. Four of Swords to the Three of Swords. This, I'm sorry, but some readings are just like this. It started from a low note and that is kind of, it is everywhere. Even, two things very strongly here, Scorpio. Either you're taking your personal life to work, you're not getting enough to, especially these are late night thoughts and energies, because there is so much of your personal life, you're not getting enough time to give attention and energy to your work and career very, very strongly. Or it's very likely that even at workplace you're finding similar energies. There is an element here of healing. Four of Swords is all about healing, but then the Three of Swords is also right here. You're healing and getting hurt at the same time. See, I'm telling you, when you sleep with these energies, the next day morning you wake up with those, and then the pattern continues. Something needs to change. and it's going to be different for different people. But whenever we are in a loop, whenever we are in a pattern, until we are not willing to break the pattern, we are going to be seeing the same outcomes. All right, this, I'm very curious to see this. Let's see, what do we have for your late night energies, thoughts for abundance. This is where we will come to know. Okay, nice. We've got the Lovers and we've got the Queen of Swords. Lovers is Gemini energy. This is universal energy. This is divine connection, divine protection. And then we have Queen of Swords. I don't know, I want to say this. You've got someone, but you've turned your back away to that person. The energy that is helpful for you out here, and I'm picking that up even in yourself. There is an energy here, but you've turned your back towards an energy, and that's a very helpful energy. Possibly Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I want to tell you this, Scorpio, that the universe wants to help you. It is putting right people in front of you, but your focus is on something else at this point of time. It could be work related, very strongly it could be work related, but then you bring this energy to work. There is a very, very good, you see that you have Devil here, and then you have the Lovers. These are both opposite. Devil is what happens when you stay in the stuck energies. Lovers is the freedom which is there in abundance. This is really actually screaming, keeping your personal and your work life, and then attending your personal, giving your personal and your work life equal time, equal chance to breathe, to survive, to flourish, and spontaneity. It's almost like one shuts down completely and then hoping the other one will do better, but then the other one shuts down and then the cycle repeats. Let's see, what do we have as advice from the universe. Final advice for you, Scorpio, from the universe. We've got, oh my gosh, couldn't have said it better. We've got the Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This is balance. This is harmony. This is the work, the money. This is the relationship, the good times. Spending with your person, with your partner, with your works, with your colleague. This is universe actually saying that if you can figure out a way to make it work together, because you can have both. You can. You are possibly sitting late in the night thinking that if I think about this, then I'm not able to think about that. If I'm able to think about this, I'm not able to think about that. Should I think about work? Should I think about my money? But the universe is actually saying that if you can find it in you, to give at least two things equal amount of energy, then it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Because Four of Wands is also about alignment. It is also, it's 11-11. It's that, very recently I heard somebody say 1 and 1 is not 2, 1 and 1 is 11. That means two people come, they bring in their own, they add value, versus 1 and 1 is 2. I mean, you don't have to become the other person and the other person doesn't have to become you. You don't have to become work and work doesn't have to become you. There has to be some sort of balance here. There has to be some sort of acceptance here. And maybe sleep with the fact that it's working out for me. It's working out for my best, and give it a chance. You need to give something a chance here, Scorpio. Maybe you need to give yourself a chance, because amazing things are lining up for you. But I think you're questioning that, can I really have it all? Of course you can. Moving on to Sagittarius. Hello Sagittarius and welcome. This is your reading, late night thoughts, and let's see what amazing messages want to come out for you. We're seeing late night thoughts which are helpful for you the next day morning. Let's go. Late night thoughts about self, Sagittarius. Okay, we have two cards here. We've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Very nice. This is growth. This is fire. You are fire. You're thinking about how you can become a better version of yourself. This is the cleanest possible definition that I can give you. Page wants to become the queen. This could also be, by the way, you could also have a person around you. There could be an age gap. Maybe you're also inspiring people. You're a mentor. But all of this leads to the fact that your late night thoughts about self are, how can I become a better version of myself, my growth, people noticing me. There is a lot of attention here to looking different, feeling different, becoming a better version of yourself. There is no better way that I can say this. And I love this, love this. Fire to fire, very clean. It's almost like wherever I invest in, that's where I want to grow. If you have a person on your mind, if there is a connection, Sag, let's see. Your late night thoughts. Okay. On the other side. This is strange. Ten of Swords to the Nine of Cups. It's almost like for a second you want it, but then you don't want it. You want it and then you don't want it. You're not sure. You're showing me that now I don't want it anymore. Now I want something brand new. For a lot of you, you're actually manifesting something brand new. You don't want the same thing. You don't want something as clearly finished. But I do want to say on the other side, they're coming back. They're offering you something. They want to give you more. They think of you as an empress. It's either them or maybe a brand new person may be coming. Because now you're also showing that you're in a receiving state. But yeah, you're making it very clear. You don't want the same thing. You don't want those people who've betrayed you, who stabbed you in the back. You want something brand new, brand new. If this is, pages are also new, I have to say that you could very well be attracting, if it's not the same person. Look, if it's the same person, they're coming in better. But if it's more likely for it to be a brand new person. And yes, it feels like this time around, there's going to be a massive change in the way you'll be treated. You're going to be treated. This leads to, my gosh, the Lovers and the Six of Cups. Both of these cards are epitome of twin flame, soulmate. I'm just telling you what the cards are. We've got the Lovers. It leads to the Lovers. But I do want to point out, you are manifesting from a brand new place. But there is also an element of Ten of Swords. So remember, these are your late night thoughts. If you're going to be still bringing in the past energy, it may take longer. See, it will come. Whatever is meant to be yours will come, but it may just get delayed. So you may want to completely do away with this Ten of Swords. Like, just keep it on the side and just manifest. Be in a place of the things that you want. Don't even have this element. Don't do this that I want this because I've had that. Just like, forget it. It'll make it much more easier for you. Pay past, no heed at all. All right, Sag. Your late night thoughts about work and career. Let's see, what do we have? Your late night thoughts about work and career. Very beautiful energies have popped out. Very beautiful. Again, more universal divine energies. We've got, please go ahead and claim this. We've got the Star and the Fool. This is firstly manifesting something brand new. You've got the Nine of Cups and the Star in the same reading. Both of them are energies of manifesting, bringing down to earth the most authentic and pure thing for yourself. And then again, the Fool is all about being pure and starting something brand new. For a lot of you, you're starting something brand new. You're going to a brand new place. You're going to a brand new location. You're shedding an identity and adopting a brand new identity, brand new role, brand new title, very less baggage. Going to a place where possibly nobody knows you and you're doing something that you really thoroughly enjoy. Very good energies. These are your late night energies. You should really claim these energies, and you should think from that point so that they expand. I'm seeing a change of outfit. I'm seeing a change of clothes. I'm seeing something brand new, brand new. You wanted this. You have wanted this, Sag. Let's see, what do we have? Your late night energies and thoughts for abundance. We've got... Okay. There is somebody here in your energy field. We've got the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I think it's the King of Swords that brings back is possibly your trigger. Abundance is all about opening up to the possibility of anything happening. And here is where I think you kind of get out of alignment, because that leads to a 10. And you've had 10 in your own late night energies. When it comes to other people, other energies, there might be someone here who has a little bit of control, possibly a lot more control. It could be, it's a very boss-like, very father-like, very, someone who's very practical, someone who's emotionally detached. That kind of energy is there. It is in your field, it is in your proximity. It does not allow you to, which is why I said, when you are with yourself and when you are manifesting and you are in that place, don't replay the past energy. It would be a very good idea, Sag, for you when you are with yourself and you're thinking about abundance. Try to bring some emotions to it. If you're going to do it from a place of just thoughts and the logical, the practical side, it's going to make you feel very uncomfortable with yourself also. It needs a touch of emotions, feelings. Maybe being a little bit of delusional. Why not? There's a little bit of fantasy needed here. Let's see what we've got from the universe as your final closing advice, Sag. And we've got Three of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. The universe is also telling you that, I want to just say this. There is such a contrast here. This Queen of Pentacles is so happy because she's building and creating. But right in front of her is this heartbreak, sorrow. You cannot create from sorrow. And again, this is all air, this is all thoughts, this is all in the mind. Maybe this is the past. Oh, it's definitely the past. When you choose to step out, when you choose to create something, when you are especially manifesting, rule number 1 is you have to detach. And you have to detach. The first thing that you have to detach from is your past, because that's the only thing the mind knows. That's the mind's comfort zone. And if you're going to keep going back to the past, guess what's going to come in your future? The past. The universe is saying, again you're creating, again you've got a chance to build something, again you've got to get excited. She's only looking down at what she's creating, irrespective of how big the heartbreak is. Can you just look at that, what you're creating, and not actively go back into the past? That's what the universe is telling you. That's what I have for you, Sag. There is growth, there is expansion, there is massive expansion on the table. Sometimes all it takes is a really bad past memory to kind of trigger us, but you're being advised to stay in the present. Moving on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome. This is your reading, late night thoughts Let's see what we've got here. Your late night thoughts in different areas so that we know whether we want to keep them or we want to change them for the next day morning, right? Okay, let's see what are your late night thoughts for self, Capricorn. Let's go. For self. Okay, if you have a person, if you have a connection on your mind, let me just put that first. Let's go. Your side, their side. Let's go. For yourself, Capricorn, we've got at this point of time 2 of Wands to the 10 of Swords. You are seeking, you are finding, but there is no success at this point of time. You're not getting a breakthrough. You need a breakthrough. You need a breakthrough. And all of these energies are pointing outward. All of them. 2 of Wands is all about actively seeking outside. Maybe a lot of you are focused on what others are doing, what's going on in the outside world, which is why when you come back to yourself, especially at night time, you're not a match. You're not a match. You feel defeated. You feel it's not working with me. What's off here, Capricorn, is you have to start from yourself. You have to first look within and say what you're good at and then come back to it. I think what's happening here is you're comparing or you're possibly seeing what's happening in the world and then you're trying to match it to yourself. That's the reason why you're feeling defeated. It's the other way around. You have to go inside and then project it outward, not outward and then bring it to yourself. That way you'll hurt yourself more. Now, if you have a person on your mind, on your side, late night thoughts, I want to say firstly, I'm happy that there are 2 pages. Pages are firstly small. It's less. I think it's reducing day by day. It's not very big. And also water and air are not compatible. They're not. So even if there are conversations, they are not the best. Even if there are thoughts, now you can actually see the difference, I think. You know how you have that stage first where you kind of are very angry and you're very pissed, but I'm picking up especially towards your side, you're now able to clearly see things that offend you, and they would have offended you back in the past too, but you wouldn't because they were with you. Now I distinctly see 2 different people on 2 different pages. These pages are not on the same page. You're not on the same page with someone. Now you can, especially late into the night when you kind of replay, possibly you do because you are doing that. There is an essence here of past. The energy that's attached to you, by the way, Magician and the 9 of Pentacles, their late night thoughts. Look, I think this is happening on both the side. There is an element of keeping check. Keeping check if one is with the other or other is with the other or not. But I do want to say that they are invested in themselves. They're very strongly invested in themselves. They're growing their money. In fact, now they're putting themselves more out. It's almost like they're going to different places and giving a demonstration about something. I don't know, they're selling something. They're giving, they're setting tables, they're doing something. Let's see what this leads to. I don't know what to say. It leads to 2 of Cups. Two of Cups is the epitome of love. Any card could have come out. And when this comes out, I have to state the obvious. And we've got the star underneath, which is Aquarius energy. Does this equation hold a sense of reunion, a comeback? Yes. But are you on the same page right now? No. Do you need to pay more attention to yourself? Yes. Do you need to go outward? No. Do you need to come inward? Yes. All right, Capricorn, let's see your late night thoughts about work and career. It's almost like, I'm sorry to just like go back. It's almost like this happens when there are changes. Work and career, we've got your late night. Oh, Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. Not the best energies. Not the best at all. Clearly something is not working out. Five of Cups. Again, there is an element here of something that did not work out. I also want to emphasize, Capricorn, there are unfinished tasks here. Maybe you really need to check your energy that you're taking into work. I hope you're not taking your personal energy into your professional energy. Very strongly something that I'm picking up here. I would not pick that from your first card. Because we've got the swords and then we've also got emotions here. Make sure you're not taking... you know what happens is, I feel late at night when you're assessing what went wrong, you realize that was I professionally at my workplace thinking about my work? Could I have done more? And the reason why you're not able to do more is because your energy is also occupied somewhere else. There is something you're half done in terms of work and career. You need to put in more. Let's see what do we have, Capricorn, for your late night thoughts on abundance. Now, this is very important. This could literally be the clue or key to what's going on. Your late night thoughts for abundance. I'm happy to see this because we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Emphasis is on money, is on wealth, is on building. This is Capricorn energy. But the only thing is it comes and goes. It's not yet a very, it's like, this is like an energy that sets in when you're in the mood. I'm still seeing a lack of discipline here because Knight of Wands is that energy that, that literally fiery energy that comes in and goes. You're not showing me permanency here. You're showing me temporary. Queen of Pentacles is amazing. I would have loved to see a King of Pentacles with it. Ace of Pentacles. You could have given me two solid Pentacles here, but you're giving fire. Fire is, fire requires to be ignited. Make something permanent here, something. And it should ideally be self. Let's see what do we have, the closing advice from universe for you, Capricorn. What does the universe want to tell you at this point of time? We've got two cards here. I'm going to take it. We've got the Two of Swords and the King of Wands. King of Wands is... Actually, I would have loved to see the King of Wands instead of the Knight of Wands. Because Knight is still a player. King of Wands place is set. What is stopping you from becoming the King of Wands? Boom. There you go. Two of Swords is still having doubts. This is Moon in Libra. Libras are all about harmony, balance, making a decision. This is still sitting on the fence and thinking about something. I want to tell you, Capricorn, when you go into this state where you sit down, you may be not realizing it. You may say 2 minutes, but you may end up being there for 2 hours. That's not how a King of Wands operates. That's not. King of Wands is that energy that watches others sitting for 2 hours so that the King of Wands can become the King of Wands. The universe is telling you, you are King of Wands. What is taking you away, distracting you, not letting you become the King of Wands? King of Wands is a self-made entrepreneur, fiery, full of passion. It's not the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands comes and goes. King of Wands is permanent. It's the king. Moving on to Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome. This is your reading, late night thoughts at absolutely, and not absolutely also, very, very late in the night. It's 2:13 a.m. And let's see what your late night energies are. The Magician popped out, manifesting something in different areas so that you can wake up with those amazing thoughts in the morning. Let's go, Aqua. Let's see. Late night thoughts, energies about self, Aquarius. Let's go. Holy fucking, I don't know what to say. I mean, come on. I mean, I can say it. I can just, this is massive growth. You've got a desire, you've got a passion, you've got something burning, you want to hold it, you want to see it, you want to feel it. Boom, 10 of Pentacles. All you can think about is whatever it is that you're asking for. And if it's not, go ahead and claim it. These are very powerful, very potent late night thoughts and energies. Boom. If you have a person, very simple, very easy, don't even need to add anything to it. These are energies out of which legends are born, legacies are made. If you have a person on your mind, if there is a connection, let's see what your late night thoughts are. Aquarius, on your side. You know, the deck kind of split into two. On your side. Okay, wow. We've got the Tower underneath. Remember I said the deck split into two? Late night thoughts for another connection, another energy around you. Two of Swords and the Hermit. Split. You're actually torn between something here. You're torn. And you want, you know, you don't want the answers from the outside world. You want to be able to make this discernment and this judgment on your own. I think you've been in this situation for a long time now. 2 to 9 years. 9 months. It's not new. It's been there in your life for a long time. You're split about something. You're not sure. There is no certainty here. And you want to rely on your own judgment. For a lot of you, I'm picking up here, actually, even if it's a connection, it feels like you're alone. Now, the energy that's attached to you, their late night thoughts are, they want justice. I think they're figuring out new ways to approach, figuring out new ways to, I think they've figured out that the ways that were whatever was being done before has definitely not served. So they are now figuring out ways to sort of restore balance and harmony, because that's what Libra, justice, is all about. Let's see what this leads to, Aquarius. What does this lead to for Aquarius? This leads to a reunion, this leads to a celebration, this leads to a toast, this leads to good times. But in order for this thing to happen, something needs to split. Somebody needs to see, it's almost like somebody needs to see things for the way they are. This does not, good times and everything is very nice to see on a card, but it just doesn't happen magically. There has to be an effort. I think there needs to be an effort. Both Hermit and Justice, 9 and 11. There needs to be an effort on either side. Your late night thoughts about work and career, Aquarius. Let's see, what do we have for your work and career? Late night thoughts, late night energies. What's going on? Oh my God, there's a lot of work going on, right? Wow. You're putting in the effort. You don't know the outcome. You don't know what it's going to lead to, but you are mastering something. You're working very, very hard, very, very hard. And this usually happens, especially even if you don't know the outcome, this usually happens when you love what you do. You're perfecting something, you're mastering something, you're doing something over and over again. You know, it's almost like repetition, discipline, teaching the memory, the muscle memory, the mind memory, that kind of late night thoughts and energies are. You've put yourself completely in. 8 of Pentacles there. That's why you've got the Ace and the 10. Let's see, what are your late night thoughts in abundance, prosperity. Late night thoughts in abundance, prosperity, Aquarius. We've got 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles is the very beginning of abundance. It's the very beginning. You're in the position and place to give. It's a very generous energy. But then we've got 8 of Swords. I want to say that you're not exploiting yourself fully, Aquarius. You are in the position to give. You're in the position to create. 8 of Swords is overthinking. One reason you would not be creating this abundance or opening this channel of abundance for yourself is overthinking. What if it works? What if it doesn't work? Self-sabotaging it. A little bit of analysis paralysis going on. But I do want to remind you, Aquarius, you're now in the position where you can. Because you're 6, 8 and 10. In order for 10, 6 and 8 have to be met. So any idea, work through every idea. Don't drop any idea. If make sure you write it down. Make sure you keep it with you. Make sure you execute it. Don't worry about winning or losing. The only regret people have is that of not trying. That's actually the truth of life. Underneath Emperor, power is there, authority is there, position is there, everything is there, but it's still within. You've got to exploit yourself. This is the age of Aquarius. The world needs to see Aquarius. Let's see, what do we have as the final advice from the universe for you, Aquarius. And we've got Page of Wands to the 2 of Pentacles. I told you, 8 and 10. And the only missing component between 8 to the 10 is 8 plus 2, 10. And the universe is showing you the 2 of Pentacles. The universe is saying every idea. Pages are very small. Pages are skill builders. They are skill developers. They're innocent. They're young. They're on this path of acquiring new skills and then trying them out. They don't overthink. Pages don't overthink. Pages are still that energy where anything is going to be an add-on experience to my life. And this is universe's message to you. Become childlike. Try everything. Put yourself out there. Try it. You're either going to win or you're going to learn. There's nothing to lose. I literally use the word exploit yourself. In your case, Aquarius, the universe is encouraging you to stretch yourself out to the max. This 2 of Pentacles makes an infinity symbol. You also have the infinity in your work and career, number 8. There is so much more that you can do. Don't get into the 8 of Swords. With Aquarius, the thing is that their mind can be their greatest tool and their mind can be their worst enemy. This is the time where any idea comes, you should exploit it. I mean, unless until it's a losing game, then of course discernment is needed. But there is so much in the air for you, Aquarius. That's what I have for you. Moving on to Pisces. This is your late night reading, late night thoughts, and right now, Pisces, the time is 2:22 on my clock. And 2:22. Let's see what your late night thoughts are. 2:22 a.m. by the way. So in real time, we're doing late night. What are your thoughts in different areas, Pisces? And let's see what messages want to come out, because we want to wake up with the most positive energies. So let's go. Late night thoughts towards self, Pisces, like a true Pisces. The High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. Your A being very stealth, very quiet. It's almost like you know you have the advantage for something. You know that your growth lies somewhere. But you're being very quiet, very secretive about it. You are not, you know, when it comes to self, Pisces, you're kind of teaching this to yourself that you're not answerable to others. And that's a good quality. You're trying your best to keep things away from the eyes of others. We've got the Three of Swords underneath. I've seen it right now, so I'm going to tell you. This could be because you may have got hurt in the past. This time around, your late night thoughts, your late night energies about self are, like literally protecting yourself. That's what you're doing. Your energy late night is that about shutting down, protecting yourself, switching off everything, not, literally minding your own business so that next day morning you enter with the energy that you want to enter with. I think that's powerful. That is. You're not letting anybody enter into your own energy bubble. That's massive boundaries. Okay, if you have a person on your mind, Pisces, let's see late night thoughts, energies on your side, on their side. I like what I see on your side. You've got 10 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. See, you're very clear about the happiness that you want. For the sake of your happiness, you're going to allow those people in who bring in happiness. I think those who will take away your peace of mind, your happiness, they may be on a queue, they may be on a waiting line, they may be on a waiting list. And I think a lot of people are waiting for Pisces to open doors for themselves. You don't have a problem keeping people on wait. But you have a problem if somebody comes and takes away your own happiness, your time, your peace of time. And I'm saying it's very good energies. There's a clear-cut definition here of boundaries, Pisces, and you're really, really applying it. Now, the other person, I'm telling you, there is the energy on the other side. They want your time. They have to figure out, they have to take an appointment, they have to come. I think late night also, possibly they send you some sort of a text to initiate conversation, group chats to initiate conversation, but Pisces, you go on a complete shutdown. You are very zoned out and you're very zoned in with yourself, which is very nice. Very good energies. This leads to, there you go, Temperance. You're filling in your own cup, your own peace, your own sanity. You're taking care of yourself, harmonizing. This is, I think, this is a self project, Pisces, that you're doing for yourself. And again, Empress underneath, abundance. And this is coming because you've experienced something. And you don't want to go down that path again. Very nice. Your energies towards the end of the day are very sorted, or I feel you're actively doing this. Let's see your late night thoughts and energies in terms of work and career. We've got Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Again, very, very focused, very determined, very shut off, and you're doing the thing that you're supposed to do. There's also a sense of urgency. But I'm also picking up what happens here is you also are able to differentiate between your work and your own self time. There is, I think, a time comes where you cut off from the work also. You say it is my time, it is my self time. And then come next morning, you are gung-ho and you're excited. So your late night energies, late night thoughts vis-a-vis morning wake up is very sorted. Anything that's going to come and disrupt your peace stands no chance, Pisces. Stands no chance. I think you're on a very high frequency, very high vibration right now. And that's amazing. Defining boundaries, expressing self-importance. It's a self-project. Pisces here is a self-project. Very nice. Let's see, what do we have for your late night thoughts and energies for abundance. And no two better cards could have fallen out on their own for you. We've got the Sun and the World. This is absolute clarity, accomplishment, feeling good about yourself, starting things that you want to start and giving them a final conclusion. We've got Leo here. We've got Leo here again, Taurus here, Scorpio and Aquarius. So much of abundance. And you know, this is an abundance that you're creating for yourself. You're creating because the child here on the Sun is the beginning, and the woman here at the end is ending. So you're doing something from beginning to end, and you're not allowing any sort of distraction. This is a clear cut your energy. This is a self project. I keep saying this because I'm getting very strongly that whatever you're treating, whatever you're doing right now, from the morning till the end to next day morning, the focus is you. Your abundance, late night energies and thoughts are brilliant. And these are both absolute energies of abundance. The red, the cloth here that the child has at the beginning, it becomes the wreath, the victory wreath, the celebration. Whatever you're starting, you're finishing. You're creating your own abundance. You're building your own abundance day and night, night and day. And nobody else has the place here to come and distract you. Let's see, what do we have? A closing advice from the universe for you, Pisces. Very, very smart reading. Very, very. I really like this. I appreciate this. From the universe, we've got, it's literally the same message, and I want to show you underneath. We've got the Six of Wands, which is victory, absolute victory, the victory that we've been talking about. The same victory wreath he's carrying right there. The universe has Page of Wands and Seven of Swords. Even the universe is literally relaying the same message. If anything robs your peace, if anything comes in your way, try your best to not focus on that. Page of Wands to the Seven of Swords. Also, I want to say, very clear message, another message very strongly I'm getting is, you don't pick up tasks that you're going to do halfway through. You don't indulge in it. You don't. You're taking and you're giving your attention, and you're taking those, let's say, projects, those clients, those opportunities which have scope, which are not half-assed, which are not halfway in, halfway out. So therefore, you're carefully actually selecting, and that's also what the universe is saying. First, your point of selection is going to allow you to then make better choices. This is your point of selection. So select those that you would want to keep for a longer time, which have a longer span and which you're going to enjoy more, because your energy has the ability to start and end something and enjoy the ending and celebrate the victory of it. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely amazing. And we're now moving on to the collective at 2:32 a.m. All right. Let's go. Thank you. All right. If you are watching this message, this is a late night energy reading, midnight. It's almost, let me tell you the time on my clock, it's 2:32 a.m. and energies are riding high. And an amazing message wants to pop out for you, wants to make place in your life. Trust that the divine, the source, whoever you look up to has sent this energy for you. This is your energy to keep, your energy to claim, your energy to embrace. Let's see what amazing message wants to come out for you. And we've got card number 22, which comes down to number 4. This is yin yang. This is the masculine and feminine both. There's a very strong message relaying in my head right now. This is the unity of energies. This is the universe. The entire universe is coming for you. If you have a person on your mind, there is unity of that. If you have a job on your mind, there is unity of that. If you anything that you're starting at this point of time, this is the unity of that. This is the coming together, two and two. Coming together of two brilliant things in order to become one solid, stable structure, which comes to number 4. 4 is known for its stability, for its longevity, for its absolute being there. This is a very, very powerful message. This is unity. This is the universe. This is you and the better version, the better thing that wants to come into your life. Please go ahead and claim this message. And in order to do that, all you have to do is write 1111 and the number 22, because this is you and you coming together to become the best version of you. That's what I have for you. Yin Yang comes and makes a beautiful peace sign. Go ahead and claim this message. Thank you so much. It is officially time for me to wrap up the reading. I had super fun. I think I'm going to go and have more French muffins, but here's me saying take care. Bye-bye.